Hey everybody! So a long time ago, probably like way back when I first started YouTube, I did this video about people who don't like your appearance. So if you want to watch it, here's the link. You can either watch it now or you can watch it later, it doesn't matter. Basically, it's kind of about, how to deal with people who might not like how you look. Whether it be tattoos, dreadlocks, if you have funky colored hair, if you have a weird hairstyle, if you dress differently, whatever may have you, however you present yourself. It was basically just how to deal with those people. Today I wanted to share with you a few experiences that I've had where people have had the balls to make certain comments about my appearance. Now, if you watched my dreadlock journey video, you know that this is my second set of dreads. So I had a first set of dreads and then I cut them off, combed them out, then got them back. After I combed out my first set of dreads and got rid of them, I had normal hair for a good maybe 5 or 6 months. During that 5 or 6 month period, that was when I learned that people had enough balls and actually had, felt comfortable enough to express their opinion on dreadlocks now. I actually had a couple people tell me that, hey, I never really even liked dreadlocks anyways. You look so much better with normal hair. And here I am with my second set again. And they don't make mention about my hair anymore. Second thing that I had happen in the past, this was probably about 3 or 4 years ago when I had my last job in California, and it was a family-owned business. And my boss's husband had just come in contact with a customer who had tattoos, like on his neck, everywhere, arms, whatever, everywhere. And he had made the comment of saying, tattoos nowadays, everyone's getting them. It's like a style now. Like, no one has a good meaning, and they're kind of, going overboard, and everyone's getting them. And it's one thing if, you have them and you can cover them, and then if you get them on your neck, it's just nasty. And, kind of spewing these opinions, which it's totally fine to have an opinion. You just gotta be careful who you're saying your opinion to. But then he goes on to say, another thing, like when women get tattooed, it just takes away their beauty. They're just not pretty anymore. It devalues them. Well, and then my boss goes, well, Annie has a tattoo, and it actually means a lot to her. And this is when I had only this tattoo, my little acorn. Now, I had just gotten it like a few months before then. So then he goes, oh, you do? Cool. Now, the last story that I'm going to share with you, this one still blows my mind. It's still disappointing, and I'm still shocked and baffled by this experience. This summer, this June, I attended a wedding, and it was in the middle of June. It's hot, it's nasty, and I went with my friend Kristen, who you guys love, and I went with my brother also. And with this wedding, it was kind of, it was like casual, like dress nice, look nice, look presentable. It's a wedding. It's like an outdoorsy, nice wedding. And so I had chosen to wear a strapless dress that was lacy and cute. I liked it. And Kristen dressed up, and my brother was dressed up. We all looked good. That's what you do. You dress up for a wedding. It's like the one time, a good excuse to dress up. And yes, my tattoos are showing, and I have my whole half sleeve. So yes, it was showing. It was a semi-religious wedding, so that, I could have covered, but then you think it's hot and the reception's outside, so no, it's gonna be sticky. We're gonna be sticking everything. Plus, I wore my hair down, which does tend to cover, and people are more drawn to this than they are the tattoos, which is fine, whatever, doesn't matter. Throughout the ceremony and in between and all this stuff, there's this one particular woman, and she kept glaring at me, and she kept glaring at Kristen. Now, I don't know why she was glaring at Kristen, because Kristen looked hot in what she was wearing, so I don't know why the glares were happening over there, but the glares are happening to me. Now, there is a difference between glaring and staring, and I can tell the difference, because someone could be staring out of like, oh, you look different, and they're trying to figure you out, and I have no problems with stares. I don't have an issue with staring. It is semi-annoying, but I understand why someone's staring. Glaring in this particular incident was looking me up and down like this, and then kind of like, you know, it's obvious that those stares or glares, whatever you want to call them, she's not checking me out in a good way, that's for sure. And this happened throughout the whole first part of the wedding ceremony and all that stuff, right? I don't think much of it. I'm like, you know what? We're at a church and I'm different and that's okay. But they're trying to figure me out, I guess, and maybe Kristen looks too good and they're trying to understand how is she looking so good? You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in other people's minds. But from that moment on, I was really nice. We had crossed paths a few times, and so, you know, it's like, oh, hi, you know, nice to meet you, smiles. You know, the whole thing, kill people with kindness, right? Well, I'm kind, right? But this woman is not very kind in return. So when she opens a door for me, which she did, she opened a door for me. That was the first time I ever saw this woman, and I go, oh, thank you so much, you know, and go in, and she goes, mm-hmm. I mean, I don't understand. So we get to the reception, and where me, my brother, and Kristen sit was kind of in the back, and we just so happened to sit next to the table that had this woman at it, right? The staring woman, the glaring woman. And she's sitting with a man, which I'm assuming is like her husband or something, I don't know, and then two other older couples. Now this woman all of them, these four people, they're probably, I'm gonna assume, maybe in their late 40s, maybe early 50s, I'm not sure, you know. They all look like people who attend church every Sunday, and that's cool, whatever, you know, no judgment. No judgment. Well, we're sitting there, and they're all staring. And glaring. And I'm like, whatever, I am blocking that table out, right? So I'm like blocked out and I'm gonna focus on everything else and socializing. I'm socializing with my brother and Kristen and anyone else that's popping around saying hey and, you know, stuff like that. Kristen leans over to me and she goes, they're really staring now, like really bad. After she says this to me, I just, you know, I'm not quick to just go, what? You know, and look over it. I'm eating my cake and I'm enjoying my cake, so I just kind of happen to glance up and, you know, I'm doing that whole, like, I'm gonna look, but hopefully they're not gonna notice me looking, and I happen to glance over. As I glance over, I happen to catch them in mid-conversation, the two women, the staring, glaring woman and whoever her friend is that she's talking to. Mid-conversation, glaring woman says to the other woman, the tattoo and hair, I would never want to look like that. And the other woman goes, me neither. And then they both look over at me and I'm still staring at them, and then they do this quick like, oh, you know, looking at everywhere else but me, you know, and I'm just staring because I can't believe what I heard. And I'm still staring at them. They didn't make eye contact with me for the rest of the evening. And I'll never forget telling Kristen that. I mean, you know, she's angry. I'm like in shock that anyone would have the balls to say something like that with an earshot of somebody else. It's, you know, if you want to gossip, everyone gossips. Everyone talks crap about everybody else, you know, and some more than others. Some it's like little, I don't know, little chit-chatty whatever, you know, little chit-chats and stuff. That's fine. People talk about other people, sometimes about good stuff, sometimes about bad stuff, or their opinions and whatever. We all do it. Now, if you're gonna do it, make sure that that person you're talking about is nowhere near you. Make sure, like, they could have gone on the other side of where the ceremony was, or the reception was, and like, you could talk crap over there. But no, they felt comfortable enough to say it right there within earshot of me. And I heard it. And you know, I've come to the conclusion that the most judgmental people I've ever come in contact with are people who go to church every Sunday. So what I would like to know, have any of you experienced anything like this? Maybe worse. I'm pretty sure some of you might have experienced something worse than this. I mean, there's some pretty bad people out there, but I want to know, let's talk about all the crap people are brave enough to say in front of us, you know? So let's talk about this in the comments down below. Chit-chat it up about dumb people and their stupid opinions. And I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye!